What's going on, guys? Just want to do a quick video and go live. I don't have anyone that's probably going to be on here, but I'm just going to go live. It kind of makes it easier on me. So I had somebody ask me on a comment how to buy equipment out of state, and I can't speak too much on it because I don't know that much about it. And I'm sure you could Google how to do it, but that kind of defeats the purpose because you could just Google it yourself. So I'll just tell you what I know about it, and then you're still going to have to do some of your own research. But so I bought a trailer before, sight unseen, and I had a power only company pick it up. This was quite a few years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, so a little bit foggy, but there is a lot of learning curve for me for this. So first off, I couldn't meet with the person that was selling it and get the title and do all that stuff, which is, it could be risky. It's definitely riskier than doing it face to face, because somebody's got to send the money and somebody's got to send the title before, usually you exchange at the same time. Well, it doesn't work that way. So if you were going to pay cash, if you could afford to pay cash, what I would probably do is get a bank involved, because they're going to want their money, and they're going to be able to afford to fight for it. And that's just me in my ignorance, because when you tend to not know everything about something, you tend to be more cautious about it. So if you guys know more about the subject than me, please speak on it. But this is, let the guys know in the comments how to do it. But I know that wasn't the question, but so that was just something I wanted to add. But the question was, do you need to license it, tabs, insurance, I think, and then do you need to run a log? So with the trailer it was different, but this is what I believe, and then I'll tell you how I would find out. So I'm guessing that you're gonna buy your first truck and you don't have a relationship with your insurance company yet, and if you tell them, I'm thinking about buying a truck, they're just gonna kind of blow you off, because that's what people do till you actually have equipment and are valuable to them. So I'm gonna speak from someone that has equipment and has insurance, and how it works with me. So first off, one of the major things is, if you're buying a truck and you're driving it across state lines and going through scales or multiple scales, is the truck DOT'd? That's probably something that you're gonna want to negotiate into the purchase of the truck. It would help if it can be DOT'd, and then you can have that paperwork ready at the scales. I believe if you have, and you should have, a bill of sale. If you're doing it private party, it should be a bill of sale. If it's a bank, to like a dealership, there should be like or even just a dealership in general, I think they call it there's another word for it, but it's a fancy word for a bill of sale. But you show them the bill of sale. That should, I believe, get you off the hook for actually technically needing a DOT, and also having it licensed. Now, insurance, the way that I have always thought it to be was, if you can show proof that you just purchased a new piece of equipment, you have like 10 or 20 days to get it insured, which is crazy, because if that piece of equipment, you should get it insured sooner than that, I would think, but I don't, which is the crazy thing, because but the more risky it is for you the more important it is to get it insured right away. So what I would do if I were you guys, or this is what I would do personally if I was going to pick up a piece of equipment. I would map my route out. I'd fly, or I'd call, I'd figure out where all the scales were, and I'd at least call one, if not all of them, or all the scales in each state that I'm going into, and tell them what I'm going to do, and write down who I'm talking to, and then basically say, hey, I'm buying a piece of equipment, I'm coming back, you know, I'm driving it back, is that okay, and blah blah blah, you know. Like, as far as running your logs, yes, you would need to run logs, just because I mean, that's an easy thing to do. You just run your log. If you haven't driven for the last 7 days, just write that you haven't driven for the last 7 days, and then fill it out. I'm pretty sure that you'd have to do that, because it doesn't really matter, and it's such an easy thing to do. So I hope that helped, but you're definitely gonna want to, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm guessing you don't have it all set up, but like personally, what I would do is I would call my team, so my insurance agent, and I would say, hey, I'm gonna buy a piece of equipment here, do I need to insure it? Most of the time when you ask somebody that sells something, they're gonna say, yeah, you need that, but she might say, well, you might have, I don't know how it works, but I don't know what she would say, but I think you have a certain amount of days, but I could be wrong on that. But people watching this video that actually know what they're talking about, you guys really should comment, and it is a good question. So yeah, thanks a lot.